Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. Well, you can tell I'm in a different place. I'm here in Roanoke, Virginia. I'm at the Go Center right off Bonsack Road, right across from the big Walmart on Challenger Avenue. I'm in one of the most exciting places in all the world, besides inside a church that's living and loving and giving the gospel of Christ to everybody they can. Global Partners in Peace and Development offices are in here. And this Go Center has been put together to help people understand what missions is all about. And we are so excited about what God is doing here. Tonight we've had a dedication service. There will be another dedication service on on Saturday morning. And we're just seeing God do wonderful things. Now, I can just tell you, I was called to ministry under a missionary. Preached a message. I sat where they sat, out of the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3. And he encouraged us to come over to the Philippines and sit by the river where Ezekiel said that he sat with the captives that were there in Babylon. And as he gave that message that night, God clearly spoke to my heart. I thought, sure, that night I was going to go to a mission field one day. I was a brand new believer. I was 19 years old. And when I heard that Thomas Road Baptist Church was starting a brand new Bible college called Lynchburg Baptist College, I signed up. Why? Well, because the first 100 students got a free trip to the Holy Land. I was so spiritual. I wanted that free trip to the Holy Land. And I went there, and I had my heart set on going to Africa, I thought, to share the gospel. And yet during school, I was able to be a part of a plant church in Winchester, Virginia, Shenandoah Valley Baptist Church. And God then called me to be the pastor of that church. And I never really got to be that missionary that went full-time to the mission field. And God put me in America and left me here as a pastor. I felt like to mobilize, to influence, to send as many people as we can. And to me, as we studied through the Gospel of Luke, we found as we ended up that book that God gives the Great Commission to his disciples to preach the gospel to all the nations, to preach the good news, the message of the kingdom, that Jesus saves. The Gospel of Luke was all about Jesus saying, "For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost." As you read through the Gospels, every one of them ends with a reference to the Great Commission. In John's Gospel, Jesus said, "As the Father has sent me, even so send I you." That was the commission to those disciples. Be disciples such as I am, as a son of God himself, bringing this good news to a lost world around us. And so we've been able over these 50 years plus of ministry to influence hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, people to love Jesus, to pray for missions, to go to the foreign field, and to give. And so we've watched God do awesome things. I'm involved in a ministry right now in India where we have 600 pastors I'm directly connected to that I went to in January of this year. And I promised them, I took a picture of every one of them. I got a bio of each one of them, at least 400 of them at this time that I have on hand. And I'm asking people like you to partner with me to pray for these precious pastors. Would you take one of these pastors into your heart? Now, I'm standing in front of pictures of unreached people groups in the world. And I can't tell you exactly how many there are. I understand right now there's 3.4 billion people who've never heard the gospel of Jesus Christ. The pastors I'm working with are working with the Koya people. They're working with the Benjari people. They're working with the Chinchu people. They're on the east side of India, and they are in there reaching these unreached people groups with the gospel of Christ. But with them are other pastors reaching these folks and many other people groups with the gospel of Christ. But they need prayer. Of course they need money. And I'll talk about that in my chat tomorrow. But right now I'm asking for prayer partners. Would you be willing to join me as a prayer partner for one of these pastors? I will send you his name. I'll send you his location. I'll send you how many churches he's pastoring, the names of his family members, and you can pray specifically for him and his ministry, and you can join with me. So I ask you to look at the blog. You'll have an address there. You can email your name to, your email address to, and I'll get back in touch with you. And so I beg you, I plead with you, join me as a prayer partner. I already have 100 for these 400 names I have. I just need another 300 names right now, and I trust you'll be one of those 300 that will join me. So I'm going to make this plea because we are all about the Great Commission. Every believer is to be on mission with God, sharing the good news of Jesus Christ everywhere. Would you be a part of this ministry with me? God bless you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.